hated seeing their daughter waste money every week on rent. They wanted to help their daughter buy a home. They saw Toowoomba's Edge Lending, because Edge Lending has helped hundreds of families get their next generation into property. Visit edge.net.au today.
Hey guys, Scott from Edge Specialist Advice Network. Hope you're well. Hey, if you can hear a clock ringing in the background, that is the famous clock from the Prague Christmas Market Square in the centre of town. We're sitting at the White Horse Cafe. So to date this video, it's actually 23rd of December. Christmas market's behind me. Pretty amazing. But that clock's over 600 years old, still working, still ringing hard. And one of the things that it sort of makes me think, when I see these old towns, and the buildings are 600, 700 years old, and the structures still exist, right? They're still, the integrity's held, which I can't see happening for any of our modern construction. But they built them to last back in the old days. And I also wonder what it cost. Like what was the cost for the person to build, and what was the cost for the person to actually own the building? And then that makes me think about how we as investors actually create proper wealth, all right? So you can create income, but you can create wealth out of property. The income that I see a lot of people doing, and one of the things that I think is overdone, is the buying and flipping strategies, right? Now, don't get me wrong, capital raising ventures, you need to create capital to do other things, to keep your momentum. But if you don't hold assets for the long term, like somebody still owns that building, you know, maybe that's gone through the generations, 500 years generations, and they're uber wealthy because somebody's just had the sense to hold an asset. That's what we should be doing as well. So remember this, real wealth is made by accumulation of assets, not trading assets. When you trade assets, the tax man loves you, the real estate agent loves you, because you're paying an agent, you're paying the tax man a lot of money, right? It's not longevity of assets. It's not real wealth. It's not going to be real wealth for you. It's not going to be real wealth for your family either. So think about the dynasties who have held property for like generations and generations, and that's up to you. So guys, we need to get a head around like where it's really at. You know, when you look at these old places that are 600, 700 years old, and you would think that some families have managed through their generational lineage to keep hold of those assets, and it's just ridiculous. It's the same reason I ask, why are vampires so wealthy? Because they live for 400 years, they keep compounding their assets, they keep growing their assets. That's how it works, right? That's why they own railroads. This is something to think about. So I'm not poo-pooing renovate, buy, renovate, flip, buy, subdivide, flip. You know, I'm not poo-pooing that at all. But real wealth is made by accumulating assets over the long term, and then bringing in the next generation, and you both accumulate more assets, and bring in the third generation, and you both accumulate more assets. You toddle off to the sun, and you bring the next generation, and they accumulate assets. That's how it works. All right, now guys, that's also going to be a finance game for everyone too. So we all know where that's going, isn't it? You have to understand the finance game. You have to be able to access finance. Other people's money is how we create real wealth, and then we hold it. All right, that's enough from me, guys. I'm coming from the Prague Christmas markets, and this has been very interesting. It's chilly, but it's not too chilly. I'm not wearing gloves, but everyone else is wearing gloves. I know, I'm a boy from Toowoomba. I'm like, meh, Toowoomba in August, in the 80s and the 90s, whatever, bring it on. So anyway, remember, life is a family sport. Give yours an edge. See ya.
Sue and Craig have equity in their home, plus some savings in the bank. They decided to buy a second property as a tenanted investment. They got advice from Toowoomba's Edge Lending, because Edge Lending are the experts in borrowing to buy investment property.